And welcome back to Prime Morning, Jay.
Well, yes, of course, don't forget we are streaming live on our social media platforms. Join Prime TV's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can engage with us there. We're just about to get into a very, very interesting yet sensitive conversation, something very serious that we have taken our eyes on with regard in multimedia, and especially our very own Seth Boateng leads this conversation. Now, this morning, he joins us on the show. Before he even comes in to have a word with us on what even called or drew his attention to such a very serious topic, we have this documentary for you.
Yeah.
We want to talk about it?
Well, it's called Crushed. Crushed Young. Well, Seth already did Crushed. That was a very moving one, and I was there during the process of that one. Crushed changed my mentality about a lot of things. It made me more careful when I was in a car or whether I was driving, and made me more aware of other people on the road, not to be selfish on the road. But this time we're looking at Crushed Young. We're looking at the younger people that are affected by road accidents, and this is what the documentary is about. It might be a little sensitive, but please open up and take it in. Really watch it closely, and let's see some of the benefits of things. It's a bit graphical, but please, viewer discretion is advised. But please, I need you to watch this.
By the close of this week, 6 children would have been killed through road traffic accidents in Ghana.
Na media me pa ban tin yakopon sa me ba ne yale man. Mama ni nsole. But you didn't do hospital cuz na why na media.
A class of 50 in let's say school B. Class 150 up to class 6. Every year you have class 1 to 6 pupils dying. So a whole school stream is wiped off every year.
This could be your child or my child. Sadly, we all don't know whose child will be killed today through a road traffic accident.
If already 300 children die on our roads every year, then you can imagine 300, even if you say it's just numbers, 300 children, my God.
Some of these children have even been killed and buried already by the police because they were never identified.
Sometimes we don't get the relatives coming, so then we have to mass bury them.
For some of them who survive these fatal crashes, they end up with permanent disabilities.
Madam, the cousin got plenty of fees and studies.
Peter lost both legs from this crash.
We are taking things for granted. These are people with a lot of hope, people who would have untapped potential, and because of this, we just rob ourselves of that.
The way and manner we train them, the way and manner we handle them will determine how the future will be like.
My name is Seth Boateng. Today, I focus on children who are getting their lives either snapped out while others live the rest of their lives maimed through road traffic accidents. Ghana's population is very young. Statistics suggest about 57% of Ghana's population is under age 25. They must be fit and well and be alive to be able to take care of the country tomorrow, because they remain our future leaders. According to the Executive Director of Child Rights International, Bright Apia, it is the reason children must be protected.
The way and manner we train them, the way and manner we handle them will determine how the future will be like. So definitely, if children have potential, then we can also say that they are the future of the country for that matter. We need to do things in a manner that would always protect them.
The statistics are very scary, but the numbers mean very little without carefully connecting names, families, and the painful stories of the losses behind the numbers. this is very worrying, that every year here in Ghana, we lose over 200 lives, that is children and young adults, to road traffic accident. And this represents 13% of the entire mortalities we record from road traffic crashes in Ghana. Kofi, help me with that analysis.
If you look at this chart, you realize that the Ghana Statistical Service has estimated our population below 18 years at 14.2 million. Now, from 2015 to 2021, we've lost over 1,300 of our population below 18 years to road traffic crashes. For the injuries, you wouldn't want to talk about it because it's very worrying. Let's look at 2019. Now, if you look at the 2019 analysis, you will realize that children accounted for over 13.8% of the total number of deaths recorded as a result of road traffic accidents. If you do further analysis, you will realize that teenagers recorded over 33% of this total number of deaths, whilst children below the age of 12, look at this, 66.67%. This is an alarming situation that needs an urgent measure. This chart represents our population below 18 years and the total number of children and young adults we lose every year as a result of road traffic crashes. In 2015, which is our base year, we lost 285 of our children and young adults in road traffic crashes. Fast forward to the first half of 2021, that is in May, the Ghana Statistical Service estimated our population at 14.2 million, and just between January and May, we've lost 168 of our children and young.
And I tell you what, through no fault of theirs, they have been involved or been part of these accidents, heavily caused by the irresponsibility that we, the adults, sometimes put on these as well. Well, Crash Young, a documentary that Seth has put together from the Joy News team has put together, and this morning he joins us on a conversation for us to talk a bit more about this. Good morning, Seth.
Good morning, bro.
How you doing?
We will take it like that.
First off, congratulations on the premiere of the documentary.
Yeah,
now,
thank you.
The first one was already done. It was quite amazing. It brought our minds and our attentions onto something that is very, very important. Now, can you tell us what led to the sequel?
Thank you very much. So after Crashed, the first one, I had not planned to do a sequel, but I was on my way to northern Ghana. Then when I got to Kumasi, I could clearly hear call Konfonoche and ask if you could get someone who has suffered amputation through road traffic accident. I heard that. So I quickly called the hospital and they said, oh, come, there is somebody. I went there and I met little Moses, 13-year-old boy, who had suffered amputation from above the knee. His was around the thigh, the right thigh. Then I engaged him. He told me that he asked me 3 questions. And till date, anytime I think about these questions, I break down. He said, I was buying food by the roadside. As soon as I turned, I didn't cross the road. As soon as I turned, after I collected my change and I turned, a car hits me and look at me.
Turned.
Yes. So the car came from the opposite direction, crossed the lane and came to where he was. And I hit him. And he asked me, I play drums at church, but with one leg left, how can I? So who will be playing drums at church from today? Then he told me that in my school, I lead the school parade. Then let me say exactly what he said. I throw the stick when we are marching. With one leg, who will be leading the school parade from today? And I also want to be a pilot in future. Are you sure I can still become a pilot with one leg? He asked me these questions and I broke down. And I went further and I got to know that they are 5 children. They've lost their father, their mother, this widow handling 5 children, and she's a farmer. So the 5 children help her on her farm. They come over
gather firewood and sell. So the day that the accident happened, they had sold firewood and the mother had made 40 cedis, 40 cedis. When they called 40 cedis, when they called her that Moses was involved in an accident and he's been rushed to hospital, she left 20 cedis with the 4 to buy food and used the other 20 cedis as TNT to Konfonoche. Until I met her at Konfonoche, she had not returned home because she can't afford 5 cedis daily from their home to the hospital. So she was sleeping at the hospital, the open space at the OPD. When it rains, she hides somewhere until the rains come down and she puts something on the floor and sleep. And what broke my heart more was when I learned that her eldest son didn't get boarding facility. He's in senior high school, didn't get boarding facility. And because the mother can't afford daily TNT, he told the mother, why don't I join you at Konfonoche and sleep in the open space with you, so that when I get up in the morning, I will bath and go to school. My school is not far from Konfonoche. So the boy was doing that, was sleeping at the hospital with the mother. Then early in the morning, they will go to public washroom, he will bath and go to school and come back and sleep. Again, what made me so sad was when I learned that the woman could not afford 1 cedi every day to use the public toilet and the bathroom. So she had agreed with the owner, every morning I'll come and sweep, clean and do this so that I will use for free. That was what was going on. Oh, wow. Until I met Moses, the woman had no idea how she was going to settle Moses' hospital bills. Yeah. Because no help was coming from anywhere. So if church members hear that, oh, Moses has been involved in an accident, and they come to the hospital and they give 5 cedis, 2 cedis, whatever, then she will divide the money, take half, send half home for them for the rest to use to buy food. So it made me start thinking, wow, so road accident, look at how it has worsened the plight of a family. Yeah. Why don't I go into it and research into it and understand? And what shocked me was the statistics. Today is Thursday, right? Yeah. And when is the week ending? Is it tomorrow or Saturday?
It's tomorrow.
Okay. So by the close of tomorrow, we would have lost 6 children to road accident in Ghana. Wow. Every week, we kill 6 children. Every week, we kill 6 of our future leaders. Every week. So in a year, we lose approximately 310 of our children. As we speak today in Ghana, 9 people will be killed through road accident in Ghana. Today, 9 people will be killed. If you look at the data from January to July, we have killed, and let me use that word, we have killed 1,706 people in Ghana. How many people have died from COVID in 17 or 16 months?
About 900.
About 900 in 16 or 17 months. And we have used 7 months to kill 1,706 Ghanaians. And it is sad. Yeah. It's sad. So Moses is the inspiration behind this documentary. Because of the story, I was pushed to go further and understand the issues.
In moving further, what did you also discover, if I can ask?
Aside the injuries, the children who are dying. In this documentary, I interviewed one woman on the Graphic Road. When you are descending that overhead, right, there's this traffic light.
Yes.
That traffic light has not been working for some time.
Okay.
It's still not working. So that morning, when her daughter was going to school, that morning it was working. But when she closed from school, she got there, it wasn't working. She decided to cross, and she was hit. The first car ran over her, and another car, the second car also ran over her. She died. She died. And a month after, this girl's best friend was also killed right there because the traffic light is still not working. And authorities are aware. I understand anytime there's an accident, police will come over, stay there for some time and leave. And they know that almost every week something happens. I understand especially head porters, they are killed just like that. Because, you know, when you are descending, they speed.
Yeah.
So it's difficult controlling that speed when they are descending. Yet the traffic light is not working. So we are killing them. And shockingly, some of these people are killed. You heard the police officer, he's a pathologist at the police hospital. You heard the officer say that some of them are not identified, so they are mass buried. Let me tell you, go to our various mortuaries in this country. There are children who have been killed through road traffic accident. They are in the morgue and no family member knows. No family member knows. Often we hear that a child has gone missing, so announcements are run. Some of these kids or children have been killed and they're in the mortuary and no family member knows. So the police will come out with an announcement. We are preparing to bury people, so if you've not seen a relative, just come over. You see, our minds don't go to children. We think of adults only. And I discovered that they are dying just like that in our mosques. There are children who are going to be mass buried, maybe tomorrow or next week. Their families are not aware.
Let me just roll you back to Moses' story for a second, and well, at least we are thankful that he's still alive.
Yes.
Now, being alive, do you by chance hear any part of you having an engagement with a family that they've had any sort of therapy in terms of
no, not at all. Not at all. You see, Moses has undergone 8 surgeries, and he has 2 more.
2 more to go.
8 surgeries. And what they are going through, even this one, he just reminded me how to send them money. What they are going through, feeding, medicals, and everything. Counseling from where? So that is another challenge. So they are going through this, and nobody is there to give that support. That's the point we bring in family health physicians. So what are they doing? And I interviewed one of the doctors, a family health physician, and he said somebody like Moses would need help immediately.
Yes.
Because imagine an athlete, he's an athlete.
Yeah.
He plays drums.
He's very active.
Very active.
Yeah.
He leads school parade. Then suddenly that chapter is closed.
Yeah.
And he can't do that again. Imagine what will be going through his mind.
I want to draw your attention. You see the young gentleman in the video right now with whose
Peter.
limbs are both gone.
Yes.
Did he tell you a little bit?
Peter was 6 years when this happened. So he went to school one early morning with the legs intact. By noon, he was battling for his life. Because he got to school, he told me, he got to school, then his teacher told him, you owe studies and printing fees. 3 cedis. 3 cedis. So go home and collect the money. And Moses lives with the grandmother, and he knew where the grandmother sold maize. So he decided to go there and tell the grandmother. He got there, the grandmother wasn't there. So he said, why don't I go home? Whilst crossing the road, he was hit. And if you see the accident video, Moses with his legs scattered on the road in the pool of blood and screaming for help. Then people come in, they lift him, put him in polythene bag and put him in car boot to hospital. This is Moses. He tells me he was sent home. You are sending a 6-year-old boy home to collect studies and printing fees.
And again, just to also ask as a follow-up to some of these incidents, does our legal system in any way, hold accountable the people in the value chain who have caused, some of these things?
At times, not always. Because when I did the first documentary Crash, we saw the driver who caused that accident that killed 35 people on the spot on the Cape Coast Takoradi Road. He's in jail. Ankafo, I went to him. So he has been punished. There are others who are not punished. For example, in the case of Moses, the man who did that to Moses also got injured, the driver. And he's an old man, around 60 years. And he tells me he has no idea how it happened. He has no idea how it happened. He got seriously injured. So this man, when I went to the police, they told me they were still waiting for Moses to come home, so that they will take Moses to the accident scene and hear from Moses. You see where they live? Those watching us, see where they live, Moses. Where they live.
A major concern, truly. I don't know if we'll be allowed to win open phone lines on this discussion as well, but let's talk about what happened in Kumasi as well with regards to the premiere.
I know the premiere was done on this Monday, 16th of August. Congratulations on that one again. You. How did they receive it?
It was super, and Kumasi people are amazing. We were shocked how they came in their numbers to support us. And we went to Kumasi because Ashanti region is presently leading when it comes to road traffic accident in the country. The injuries, the mortalities, everything. Ashanti region is leading. So we needed to take this campaign there. So we paint the picture to them so we can help change things. And it was amazing. The people who came in, from the regional minister to the regional MTTD commander.
Sorry, was this because, I don't know if I caught you saying that, but was it because of the statistics there, that's why you chose Kumasi?
Yes, the statistics. Ashanti region is leading when it comes to road traffic accidents in Ghana. So Ashanti region, the Eastern region, the Greater Accra.
Whoa, so Ashanti, Eastern and
is leading. Yes.
Wow.
So that's how serious it is.
Now, how is that even possible? Because with all the campaigns and everything left, right, center, we're talking, advocating. How is road accidents still a major issue in this country, whether it's Ashanti or Eastern or even Accra? How is that even?
Because we are not listening. We are not listening. And the laws appear not to be working. And we all appear to know some big guys, so when we are caught, we place calls to them.
That is wrong.
Exactly. Let me tell you, Ashanti region. So last month alone, that is it May? Yeah. We lost.
Last month is July. Yes.
We lost 256 people in Ghana. We killed them through road accident. Let me take you Ashanti region. So far, 357 people have been killed in 7 months. In July alone, 60 lives were lost in Ashanti region alone. See, Ashanti region appears to be a transit city. So vehicles coming from some of our neighboring countries to Accra, when they get to Kumasi, they're supposed to stop and rest. By the time they get their fatigue has set in, but they will not stop. They will want to continue. You understand? And that is why most of them are getting the accident there. So the figures I gave, those who got killed last week are not part. I'm talking, it's January to July. August figures will come and we will see.
Very interesting. If you just joined us, we're talking to Seth Kwame Boateng as well. Just a sequel to Crush, the documentary that highlights road accidents in Ghana. Now this one, Crushed Young, where we focus more on the children and the kids who are heavily affected in these road accidents. We brought you a short documentary, a preview to the documentary as well. It was aired in Kumasi on Monday. But anyway, we're opening the phone lines on 03026-211-693 or 0302-211-693 or 694. You can call us right now. You can ask questions or you contribute to the conversation as well. This is very interesting.
Well, I'm feeling for the young guy because my oldest daughter is 7, my younger son is about to be 6, and I can't imagine how you send that little boy, you know him growing up, sending him or sending Janine
home, I mean,
to come and collect 3 CDs.
Well, it wouldn't have been a problem, but I do think that it is the road traffic regulations that are not being followed because, I mean, we don't have pedestrian walks.
But sometimes, even if with that one particular situation, as an elderly person, as a guardian in school that a child has been left with you, it's your responsibility to take care.
You don't send him alone.
You let him stay. When he's going home, you can walk home with him or wherever he lives.
Or give a note.
Give a note, yes.
Yeah.
The parents.
How did did he come to school alone? I mean, these are the other questions we have to look at.
Yeah, he went to school alone.
So then
I think he's been frequenting.
Yeah. So these are conversations.
Exactly. And again, it tells how, in quote, how irresponsible some parents
can be, because sometimes on the roads you can see kids.
Exactly.
Somebody who looks like, say, about 10 holding another kid that looks about 5, and I'm thinking, and you have to be extremely careful.
Did you say 10? You can meet some who appear to be 6 and
3
going to school with their younger siblings. And we are parents. Look at the trouble you go through conceiving.
Yes.
The 9 months journey. Then in labor, the labor pain. Then God helps you to bring this child to this world. You forget the pain and you decide not to pay attention. As we are speaking this morning, let's go out right now. You find children going to school alone.
Yeah.
How irresponsible are we? Or we are becoming so irresponsible.
So it's a two sides of the table. We as a people need to be more prudent when it comes to road signals and stuff, and we as parents also have to take care of our children. Be responsible for those things. Make sure they get to their destinations safely. It has to be a priority for us. I'm a little emotional right
but how come elsewhere they will not even allow you to leave your child in the house alone? They will not allow. It's not allowed.
Social security, social services.
But now for your child, here we leave them to go to school alone,
and we leave them at home alone sometimes.
Exactly. And you see, when I did this documentary, I sat down and I was like, wow. So my parents are also at fault because nobody ever took me to school from nursery. And when we lived in Kumasi Stadium, and from class 1, when I was in class 1, that is 6 years, I walked all the way from Asqua Kiravi to Stadium. Every day. So it made me start thinking, wow. So I've also gone through this, and only God saved me from Asqua to Kiravi, from Asqua to Stadium. It's about 40 minutes walk.
You can imagine. So, Seth, after working on this documentary, creating the awareness, not to say what is next for you, but have you had any feedback in terms of whether a government organization or, have you had, what is the reaction? Okay,
before I come to that, so let me tell you what has happened. So even before we premiered this documentary, when I interviewed Moses and the mother and I got to Accra, Sunday, Tuesday, Ekusise Asempa, they were discussing road accident. Ekusise. I just entered the studio and I joined. Nobody invited me. I joined and I gave I gave a gist of Moses' story, just a gist of it, and to make the point that it can happen to all of us, so we must be careful. Then, as soon as I ended, calls started coming in. How can we help Moses? In less than 20 minutes. I had received 20,000.
Yes, that's good.
In less than 24 hours, people had sent 40,000. So in less than 24 hours, I was back in Kumasi, Konfenochi Teaching Hospital, to pay his medical bills. So we made a deposit of 35,000 at the hospital to cater for all the surgeries, the medications, the bed, and everything. Then we managed to find 55,000 pocket money for the woman. Then the next day, when I went to Konfenochi and we reported that we had deposited this amount of people were still sending money. And when I went to where they live and I saw how bad it is, and I started thinking about how Moses was going to use clutches or wheelchair in that house. I suggested on the show, why don't we even go a step further and build for Moses? People bought into this. People started sending money. So we raised money. We went to Kumasi to see the chief of the area, and we asked the chief, chief of trader, if you can offer us a parcel of land, we can. So we built something for Moses. He says straight away, I have something for you. He gave us parcel of land. So last Saturday, we cut sod for work to begin on a 3-bedroom apartment for Moses.
Beautiful.
Right now, we have raised like 95,000.
That's good.
Which is there. We have 2 companies offering to do the roofing for us. We have another company offering to do the windows for us. We have another company offering to provide the tile cement. We have another company on standby to do the painting free of charge. And we have this contractor who is going there with his laborers and do the work for free.
Wow. I like how Ghanaians can come together
Exactly.
and make...
Exactly.
If you ask me, I think this is another hour day that we should talk about it and put it out there. And I just wish that we could even have a chance to talk to and thank all the people who are involved in this, and contributing.
Let me also tell you. So when last Monday, I told the number of people came there. Ashanti region. Oh, so this is the sword cutting last Saturday. So the Ashanti region minister was there at the premiere. The Deputy Finance Minister, John Kuma, was there.
Thank God.
In Shayesu MP, a number of dignitaries were there. And they could not, they broke down. Yes. I remember right after the show, John Kuma got down and came to me, said, how can I help? And I said, what would you want to do? He said, I'm offering to pay for the prosthesis for the 2 boys.
Thank you.
So straight away, Moses is going to get another opportunity to walk again. Peter, who lost both limbs, will also get a chance to walk again. So we are thanking God for that. People have showed love. Yesterday, before I left for Accra, the owner of Jackson Education Complex, she's called Mrs. Jackson. Those who went to University Primary in Kumasi, they know this woman. She was the first person to come to the auditorium that day, Monday. She was the first person, and she wept throughout because we reminded her of something she went through years ago. She also had an accident, and the one who sat next to her died. She offered 10,000 in support of this project.
Wow. Well,
this has been something for me, but I'm grateful about how things are turning out for him, and we need to have more conversations on this. Thank you so much for this.
Yeah, thank you. High five in the air. Yeah. Well, we're talking to Seth as well, and Crushed Young, a documentary. But Seth, I forgot to ask, will this air again for people to?
Yeah. But I don't know the date, but it will continue airing because we need to intensify the education.
Now, if people want to still contribute, how do they go about that?
Oh, my number. If you have cement you want to give us, if you have roofing, we have roofing sheets already. If you have iron rods, just let us know wherever you are. We'll pick it up. My number.
What do people have clothes and stuff they want?
You just bring because people need help, and we will not send the clothes to only Peter and Moses. There are other children on admission who also need help. So my number 0243 149 169 0243 149 169.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
149-169 is 0243, so you can send, and the name that will come up will be Seth. Yes, Seth. So please, if you don't see Seth, don't send it. All right. Anyway, thank you so very much.
Thank you so much.
appreciate it.
It's been an eye-opener, an amazing